All right, 27-year-old virgin. Jesus Christ. Hey, Billy, I'd love to hear your humorous take on my pathetic situation. First of all, dude, let's work on your self-esteem. All right, you're already shitting all over yourself. All right, watch this guy. Watch him shit all over himself. I'm a 27-year-old virgin. Oh, Jesus. That's what he wrote. Now, your first question is going to be, how the fuck did that happen? Well, to protect myself, I'd actually prefer to keep my background as quiet as possible. Hey, I'm not trying to get you to rat yourself out. Here's what I can say. I come from a rich town inhabited by obnoxious cunts. I was always the weird kid and very socially awkward. People hated me no matter how nice I was. Jesus Christ, dude, are you like a superhero? That's like the exact same background of like every fucking superhero movie, isn't it? It's probably because nerds write those movies. Because they don't know how to fight, and all of a sudden they're like, what if I knew how to fight? What if I could fly? What if there was a guy who could save me? And then they draw it. And then nerds line up around the block to go see it. Dude, you see the new Spider-Man? Yes, it's exactly like the other ones. I was always the weird kid and very socially awkward. People hated me no matter how nice I was, and eventually I came to hate myself and still do. I called it. Dude, I fucking called it. He's shitting all over himself. Eventually, it was discovered that I most likely have a mild case of Asperger's syndrome, which is a mild form of autism, which is way out of my league. Are you guys trying to make me look dumb? I thought I did that. I achieved that by how awful I read out loud. Here we go. That causes social ineptitude and quirky personality traits. Well, I would go find a hooker with Asperger's. That's the first thing I would do. And get the fucking V off my back. Definitely wear a condom. See, that's where my advice is going to be coming from. You guys have some weird conversation in some ironic vehicle. At least discovering this made me more of self-aware, and I've been able to clean up my act over the last few years. But I still have a lot of social anxiety and shyness and very few friends. On the flip side, I'm actually pretty decent looking. I have a decent job in a laboratory. He's a fucking... This guy, he's going to get bit by something radioactive, and he's going to become a superhero. And I'm a certified commercial pilot and do volunteer work. Dude, like, you know something? If I was in the FBI, like, so many fucking red flags just went up there. Okay, that's the setup now. Now for the question. First, what the fuck would you do if you were in my situation? I told you, I'd get a hooker with Asperger's syndrome, and you guys could just bond over that. I don't know. Let me read all your questions. I'm obviously kidding about trying to find a hooker with Asperger's syndrome, all right? You couldn't find one. That would be like needle in a haystack. What you'd have to do is go to an escort service and request that personally. I would think. I'm looking for 36, 24, 36 with Asperger. Hair color does not matter. Yes, I can hold. Next, if eventually I ever do make it anywhere with a chick, should I tell her up front about my status? I had this conversation a few weeks ago with a friend who has a lot of romantic experience, and she said it would be extremely obvious that I'm new to the game and that withholding that information could itself be detrimental. But I also know that if I do tell a chick I'm 27-year-old virgin, she will demand an explanation before going any further, and it will send up red flags for the most. What do you do, Bill? Thanks for doing your awesome podcast, and go fuck yourself. All right, this is what I would do. I would just start hitting on every chick that fucking interests me, and I would be just totally honest. Tell her what your situation is, and if she doesn't accept it, then fuck her. Let her walk, and then you don't have to deal with any of the bullshit. You just fast forwarded through a 3-year fucking horrific relationship. I would just be upfront with people. I wouldn't open it with, hey, you have beautiful eyes, and I have Asperger. I wouldn't do that, I would work on my self-esteem. I wouldn't talk shit. You shit on yourself right out of the gate. I mean, obviously, I knew you were going to do that when you said you were a 27-year-old virgin, and you're probably going to go that route. But think good thoughts about yourself, man. I know that's kind of like simple, but you gotta amp yourself up a little bit. Go out there, and you don't have to go find the chick of your dreams, but just go out. You don't got to tell some girl you got fucking Asperger's syndrome. You don't. Why don't you just do that with somebody that you're really interested in? But if you just want to go out and get laid, just go out there, start hitting on chicks, turn it into a game. So you don't have to deal with the pain of the rejection. Just be like, all right, I don't have the balls to take the next step. Whatever that step is, peeling yourself off the fucking wall, striking up a conversation, just saying hello to a pretty girl as she walks down the street. Just try to get over that fucking hurdle and give yourself permission to suck And you gradually build it up. It's like learning how to play guitar. You're not going to pick it up and immediately be able to play all your songs. You learn a couple of fucking chords, then your fingers hurt, right? And you get frustrated, but you keep coming back, and eventually you can fucking play. Pussy is no different. That's what I would do. Put the Asperger on the back burner. Who knows, dude? Maybe you're not as fucked up as you think you are, socially. You know what I mean? Maybe you got a sense of humor under that. I think you do. You shit on yourself in a funny way. Spin it around that way. Do you have any interests? Go to a fucking, I don't know, whatever. You fly kites, go to some flying the kite convention. There's got to be some woman there who also likes kites. I know that was an overly simplified thing, but that's what I would do. All right? And then when you go to, hook up with somebody, and they, tell them if you start, don't know what you're doing, too. Watch a couple of fucking pornos. You'll get the idea. Actually, no, don't do that. Don't do that, because then you'll fucking start slapping them around. Yeah, don't do that. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Buy some books. I say go buy some books in that part of the bookstore that, if bookstores exist anymore. Go online. There's got to be plenty of information. I bet if you literally looked up finger banging technique, if you looked how to kiss, I bet there's just going to be reams of fucking information. I've never done that because I never had to. Oh, just kidding. Of course I had to. You think that I didn't wish that fucking information was around? Way back in the day when you had no idea, you just practiced kissing your fucking pillow and tried to overhear conversations in the fucking high school cafeteria and try to figure out what people were talking about. That's all I could do. You have the whole world at your fingertips, So when you're done in the laboratory working with radioactive shit before you get bit by something, why don't you go out and get laid before you learn how to fly? All right? All right. Depressed dude. A Billy cunt! Exclamation point. I've been listening to your podcast for years. Your deranged, psychopathic perspective reminds me I'm not the only one shaking ladders. I don't know what that means. Is this guy from Boston? I've been listening to the podcast for years. Your deranged, psychopathic perspective reminds me I'm not the only one shaking ladders, kid. Nah, it still doesn't sound, even with the accent. Shaking ladders. I don't know what that means. Anyways, I got a problem. I was in Boston all last week, so the Boston accent kind of came back. The whole, I got a problem. Instead of saying, get a job. Dude, he needs to get a job. And for those of you working on your Boston accents, J-O-B, just say like jaw, like I'm going to punch you in the jaw, and then B, job. You got to get a fucking job. You know what kills me right now is like fucking 200 of you right now just muttering to yourself, get a fucking job in your cubicle. Freaking out your coworkers, just mumbling. Get a fucking job. You fucking cocksucker. I got a problem. For years now, I've been trapped in my KFC and wet wipes. Okay, that's disgusting. I used to be a bodybuilder, an actor, and a comedian with fucking prospects right in front of me. But then adulthood raped me in the eyes. Oh, Jesus. Could you be more dramatic? It sounds like that fucking chick from Sex and the City. Crazy broad broke my heart. This is the guy again. Crazy broad broke my heart. I had to cut away old friends and family shutting me out of their smiles. All right, dude, this is like getting creepier with each sentence. If you don't bring this around in like 2 sentences, I'm going to abandon this. I had to cut away from old friends and family shutting me out of their smiles. Dude, what did you do that your friends and family decided they didn't want to be around you? Anyways, I don't feel sorry for myself or want any pity. You're not going to get any. So good. I'm glad you don't. He goes, I just want to know how to get out of this never-ending routine of demise. Well, first of all, I would stop using those goth death metal words. Demise. What else you got in here? Adult raped me in the eyes. These are like song lyrics? Depressed dude. What would be the name of this? Trapped in my KFC and wet wipes. Right? It sounds like I can't sing like that. Rape me in the eyes. This routine of demise. All these fucking kids getting like fucking whiplash. I work too much in a job that was supposed to pay for my comedy career when I don't work. I was supposed to pay for my comedy career when I don't work. When I don't work, I sleep or watch endless DVDs. I'm 24 years old. Oh, what the fuck? This reads like you're 56, dude. He goes, I'm tired all the time from all the hating of the world, and my body just won't listen to the screaming frustration in my soul. Dude, you listen to you listen to progressive metal, I'm guessing by the words you use here. Either that or you play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm really not helping your depression by shitting on you through all of this. Don't worry, I'm going to give you some sunshine here in the end here. So I sometimes get a spark of motivation to get back in shape and start writing script, but it only lasts for a day or two at the most. Yeah, exactly. And then the work comes, and you have to keep going. And that's what separates the people in life who fucking work and make it and those who don't. You know? Everything's fun for a couple of fucking days. I'm going to get shredded. I'm going to join a boxing gym. I'm going to look like I'm going to fight in a title fight. You go down there, you skip rope, I'm going to get abs. You're doing all the fucking shit. And 2 days in, after 2 days, you get tired. All right? And that's where you need the discipline to get up and go over there even though you don't want to. You know? People who've written Oscar-winning scripts, I bet they don't like fucking doing it on a certain level. But they keep going. So I would just tell you to keep fucking going. Anyways, let me read the rest of this overly dramatic shit. I've lost all faith in the world, have nothing to fight for anymore. I respect your go fuck yourself attitude and want to know what you did to finally pick yourself up from your dark-inflicted depression. Sorry it's not the funniest emails, but I could really do with you guys. I know, dude. I'm fucking with you. I know you're going through some shit. So here we go. I'm going to help you out here. First thing I would do, get rid of the KFC and wet wipes. All right? If you're already kind of a depressed dude, if you eat bad food, that's just going to add, because I'm just speaking personally. Once again, not a licensed guy here in case you throw yourself off the fucking roof, all right? Yeah, number one, this is what I do. Go out and get something healthy to eat. Drink some water, okay? Get 8 hours sleep, wake up and eat something healthy. Then go to the grocery store when you're full and go buy a bunch of healthy shit. Okay? Chop up the veggies, chop up the lettuce, get a fucking salad already made in there so you don't have to think about it. All right? Cook up some fucking chicken, chop that shit up, make some chicken salad. You got that in there too. Get yourself some fucking lunch meat and get yourself some real bread from a fucking bakery. Start with that bullshit. You start eating right and then just start working out. You're automatically going to feel good about yourself and fucking stick with that. As far as that other shit goes, dude, you're 24 years old. All right? I started comedy when I was 24. You sound like you've already been doing it and quit. So you're ahead of where I was at your age. So there's no reason to be depressed. All right? This is how I got beyond my depression was I just started observing it. I looked at it as a spectator rather than feeling a thought and just accepting it and then being dragged to the bottom of the fucking ocean with it. I just started to pay attention. I just sat there and listened to what my brain was telling me. And it was a bunch of negative, oh my God, I'm going to fail. I'm going to have to go back, move in with my parents, and they're going to die. I'm not going to be able to afford to pay for the house, and then I'm going to be homeless, and then I'm just going to die, and, nothing's ever going to work out for me, Those were the thoughts I was having. So I just sat back and observed them, and I just started going, I don't want to think that. I want to think that. And I would just, as I felt them coming, I would just replace it with like a positive thought. I know this is really corny and simple, but I kind of started doing that. And the more I did that, because it didn't quite work, it actually didn't work in the beginning at all, but I just kept doing it more and more, and then I just became conscious of when my brain was going in that direction. And working out helps me, eating right helps me, going down to a comedy club telling jokes helps me out, playing drums, wrestling with my dog, taking Nia out to dinner, just go do something it's just a choice. July 30th, it's only going to happen once. Am I going to fucking be a miserable cunt on this? Or like I said, July 30th, 2012 is only going to happen once. It's just a fucking choice, dude. So, if what you're dealing with is clinical, then it's obviously way beyond me. So I don't need, and then I don't have to fucking apologize like Fred Willard. I'm sorry that you didn't go to a psychiatrist and you went to a hacky comedian instead. Evidently, that's my fault. All right. I've worked at one of the better-known law firms in Los Angeles for the past decade. To get right into it, I've been having sex with one of my female... Dan. You never fuck somebody you work with. What was that from? Dan, about last night. Jim Belushi. Dan. All right. He's got his dick out at work, everybody. Gee, what could go wrong? He's been banging her for about a year now. Great. So she's probably developed feelings for you, as women do. Unless you've spaced out the fucks from Christmas party to Christmas party. What is it? Is it the Santa hat? Because I want to know. You're even going to have that fight at some point. We both stall at our desks until the rest of the office has gone home for the day, and then we fuck like savages on the desk or in the break room. I can guarantee you everybody at work knows you're fucking. Guarantee you. They can see it in your eyes. We're all animals. We can sense things. The same way I'm standing on stage and the crowd can sense if I mean something or I don't, if I'm joking or if I'm not, if I'm in a good mood, or they can just sense it as I'm walking to the microphone without even knowing that they have that skill. It's a survival thing left over from caveman days. The same way a crowd can do that to me, everybody at work knows you're fucking. Anyways, he says, it's been great and I have no complaints. So here's the thing. One day about a month ago, our boss came back into the office and caught us mid-act. All right, if he takes his dick out, all right, and wants to join, now that's a fucking situation because your job's on the line. Oh, Jesus. See, this is why you never take your dick out at work. You fucker from behind while I get her in the mouth. Don't look at me when I come. That was gross. Sorry. She told us to go home and that she'd be speaking with us individually the following day. Oh, she told you guys to go home. That's a power move. This is where it takes a twist. When I went in to talk with my boss, I was certain I'd be fired. However, oh, no. No. She closed the blinds, locked the door, hiked up her skirt to reveal she wasn't wearing underwear, and told me to perform oral sex on her. What? Dude, is this a Red Shoe Diary? I'm calling bullshit. I don't know, but how do you stop? This is like a good summer. This is a good summer read, everybody. You know, let's all mentally go to the beach right now, like a fucking soccer mom here. I assumed I was being blackmailed, but didn't care because I need my job and I like pussy. Dude, are you like a fucking caveman? What is wrong with you? So it was a win-win. Let me read back. Is the boss in there? I'm confused as to whether the boss is in there or not. When I went in to talk with my boss, I was certain to be fired. However, she closed the blinds, locked the door. All right, I guess I have to keep reading here. The thing is, she didn't stop. She calls me into her office at least twice a week to go down on her for an hour. She says she has security footage of my coworker and I having sex. Oh, wait a minute. I missed that. Your boss is a woman. Oh, see, the sexist me assumed you had a male boss. There you go. There you go. I got work to do on myself. There's another thing. Wait a minute. You got to go down on your boss? She says she has security footage of my coworker and I having sex in the office. Dude, this is a crime. And that she'll fire us both unless I continue to service her. So she's got to be old and hard up? Dude, this is a fucking nightmare. What's worse, dude, this can't be true. You made this up. Fuck you. Trying to get me during the holiday season. I can't, oh my God, I can't stop reading this. What's worse is that my coworker doesn't know why she hasn't been fired yet, and I'm afraid to tell her about the deal I have with our boss. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude, this is like a bad movie. If this is actually real, you fucking tell her, and then you film her in the fucking act with you, your boss, right? And then you say, listen, unless you give us both a fucking raise, we'll rat you out. Actually, no. What you want to do is go to the cops because then, you're both doing it to each other. And then somehow the state could maybe send you all to jail. Anyways, he goes, I realize this isn't the worst problem to have. Then you know what, dude? I don't have a fucking problem. If you don't give a fuck, why should I? My boss isn't exactly unattractive, but not someone I'd approach at a bar or anything. Think Jodie Foster in Silence of the Lambs. So what do? Should I call her bluff and refuse to continue, or should I suck it up, no pun intended, and keep on going? Also, should I tell my coworker and risk ruining the relationship, or worse, risk getting the word out that I'm basically a whore? Any help is appreciated. Thanks, and go fuck yourself, or come fuck my boss with me. Yeah, this guy's a jerk off. You don't give a fuck. All right, look whenever you get tired of being a man whore, this is what you need to do. You need to go Mickey Rourke here. Pope of Greenwich Village. You got to get a tape. You got to come in there wired. This is a great thing. Since you're not fucking her, you can come in there wearing a goddamn wire. And all you got to do is just have her say some incriminating shit. All right? And then you get to walk in there, and then you grab her by her hand, because I got a fucking tape I took off a dead cop, right? You give her that fucking speech. You go out, you get your hair cut as you're smoking a cigarette while some woman fucking manicures your nails, and you come walking in there, Mickey Rourke, Pope of Greenwich Village, and you tell the bitch, I'm going to fucking put you in jail, you give me a raise. Although you shouldn't do that because now you've engaged in criminal activity. What you need to do is you got to have some fucking self-esteem.
You know what I would do, honestly? Because if, personally, I wouldn't want any of this to come out. What I would do is I would get another fucking job. And then I would walk away. I think I would just walk away. Isn't that funny? This is the type of fucking thing that if a man was doing it to a woman, it'd be like, oh my God, this needs to stop. But I guarantee you, most of the women that listen to this thought this was a funny fucking story. I guess it is. It's just because they can't physically fucking I guess it's the way it's a fact. I don't know. I guess it's that thing, that whole fucking thing. That you could literally force yourself on. But she's literally forcing you. What a fucking animal. Like, I still don't believe that that's true. But I enjoyed it nonetheless.
Fellow redhead who happens to be short. 2 drawbacks to getting laid with the question. Dude, what has happened to fucking redheads with their self-esteem? If you're a fucking guy, you can look like a troll. As long as you're funny, you got some charisma, you got a little bit of money. If you're doing shit in life, okay? Let me tell you something. If you're a fuck, I don't even want to do it that way because it's too mean. I was gonna flip it there. I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna say, like, looks. Guys give a fuck about looks. Women want security. They don't want you to be a fucking mess. But I'm telling you, there becomes a point where you can offer such security that you're gonna get a hottie. All right. So stop being a bunch of pussies, dragging me down with you, you fucking assholes. Jesus Christ, there's people born without fucking legs. You know. You hear them bitching? I can't get a tan. No one's going to want to fuck me. All right, let's plow ahead here. Bill, at what point do you tell your asshole friend to go fuck himself? Oh, I love this question. He says, is there a way to make it permanent without seeming like the bigger asshole? I hate not addressing issues directly and like the clean break. And I like the clean break, like telling an ex-girlfriend, you are a whore, now kindly leave the premises. However, telling my friend who has grown into a sanctimonious, holier-than-thou, ultra-liberal douche that he's not worth my time on this planet will potentially make my social life difficult since we are in the same circle of friends. Isn't this stuff? This is one of the most fascinating things about male relationships that a lot of people don't talk about, is when you have an unhealthy one with one of your friends, and you literally have to break it off, like you're breaking up with the chick, which makes it even more awkward because then it feels like kind of gay on some level. And most guys, they were just not good with sitting down and discussing feelings. Like, I don't feel good about myself when I'm around you. I can't say that. You gotta be like, dude, you're a fucking dick. Go fuck yourself. That's basically the level of it. So I kind of know what this guy's going through. Hey, Bill, I got an idea. Why don't you shut the fuck up? Read the rest of the letter and let this guy tell us what he's going through. Okay, that's a good point. However, telling my friend who has grown into a sanctimonious blah, 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 I said that the other friends that I share with this guy do not see this side of him. You're really sounding like a battered wife right now. Like what? He slaps you around verbally and then you guys go out in public as you stare at the floor and everybody thinks he's what, the greatest guy ever, and you're just shy. This is getting kind of sad. Anyways, he goes, he hides it, except when I'm just hanging out with him at the bar. This is kind of making you sound like a psycho. To put this into perspective here, some examples of the douchebaggery, the fact that you use douchebaggery just redeemed you, that I see from him. 1, random Joe Sixpack throws his cigarette onto the street. My douchebag friend will go out of his way to pick the cigarette butt up and tell Joe Sixpack, hey, you dropped something, asshole, and proceed to bitch and moan like the cunt he is, even though the fucker, my friend, drives a Hummer. But the Hummer, it's not leaking oil all over the place. There's nothing wrong with driving a Hummer. There really isn't. There's just too many people doing it. It's the population. It's not the cars. All right? I used to do a joke about that. If there was 8 people on the fucking planet, we could all drive tanks. Number 2, politics. His opinion is right. Everyone else is stupid. Oh, number 2 that he hates. On politics. His opinion is right. Everyone else is stupid and wrong. Done. End of story. Number 3, he tells really bad jokes that do not make sense or have context, which he then proceeds to laugh uproariously at. 4, gives unwanted advice regarding my job that he has never done, has no knowledge of, and still assumes my 13 years of experience are of no value because of an article he once read in Forbes magazine. 5, cheats on his girlfriend and justifies it by saying, she just sucked my dick. I mean, that's it. So he says, what do you do? I'm leaning towards the go fuck yourself and leave me be approach and let my friends see what an egomaniac this guy is. Thoughts on if there's a better way. Thanks. No, Jesus. You said something up here earlier that kind of stuck out. Is there a way to make it permanent without seeming like the bigger asshole? Yeah. There's a way to do that. And the way to do it is when you tell this guy to fuck off is you don't tell him to fuck off. You just lay it on the line. You just say, listen, your opinions on politics are just, it's overbearing. You're screaming at people. I don't know this guy enough to put it eloquently. I don't know. The worst thing to do is just be like, dude, I think you're a douche. Go fuck yourself. Then you will seem like an asshole. I don't even know how to do this. I had a situation like this a long time ago. There was a friend of mine. He was just he just kept smoking weed. Kept smoking weed every fucking. This wasn't guy, smoke weed, whatever, and then fucking showed up to work on time. This guy went to work high and fucked up. Okay? Just like an alkie. You can have a couple, you can get drunk on the weekends, but, Monday through Friday, you're stone sober. I don't think you have a drinking problem. You just like to drink. Same thing with weed. After work, you fucking take a couple of tokes. You giggle at the fucking news, you go to sleep, who gives a shit, right? But when it starts fucking with your life and you start flunking drug tests and you start losing jobs, and your wife's threatening to leave you, right? That type of shit. I don't know. What did I end up doing? I just kind of stopped returning calls is what I did, which is probably, I don't know, like a pussy way. You know what it was is I was so angry at the dude that I knew that if we actually had the discussion, I was going to say something really fucked up. So that's how I handled it because I have a ridiculous temper. And one of the things about having a temper is that a lot of times what it is all this shit is happening to you. He's doing all this shit. And are you calling him out on any of it? I mean, if you are already still a cunt, then this guy's one of the biggest cunts ever. But sometimes somebody's doing something and that annoys you and you don't bring it up. And when you don't bring it up, then when they start to do something else that wouldn't really have annoyed you, you're already, it's like someone just slapped you in the side of the face, so your face is already stinging, and then they slap you again, it's going to hurt even more, so it starts to exaggerate everything that they're doing. You literally sound like some fucking chick in a relationship who wants to hit her fucking husband in the back of the head with a frying pan, and he has no clue. No idea. So, this guy sounds like a dick. He definitely sounds like a dick. You know what I would do with this guy? I just stop hanging out with him. Hey, what are you doing today? You doing? Nah, I'm busy. That's kind of passive aggressive. I maybe just tell him, just say, listen, dude, I don't know what it is about you, but I just really don't like you anymore. I just don't. You're a dick, you fuck around with your girlfriend. Good for you. Go fuck around on her. Why you got to drag me into it? Why do I have to know about it? Now I look at your fucking girlfriend shows up. Now I got to figure out which part of her face I'm going to stare at instead of looking her in the eye. You're dragging me into it. You're telling me how to do my job. You're a moron. You don't know what you're talking about. All your bullshit. You're just fucking annoying. Yeah, why do you care, dude? You don't even like this guy. You know what's weird is that whole situation just really made me uncomfortable. I've definitely had falling outs with people, but I've never literally sat down as a guy and broke up with another guy. Because that's literally what you're doing. Listen, Harry, I don't want to see you anymore. This relationship isn't working out for me. That's basically what you're saying. This is hilarious. This is a really Sex in the City moment here. It's not working out for you. Your needs aren't being met. He doesn't look you in the eye anymore with tenderness when he asks you what you want when he's going up to buy a round of beers. Yeah, see, this is something that guys were, I don't know if it's not socially acceptable. Why is it making me so uncomfortable to even talk about this? You know what? Forget everything I said. I think that the way guys do it is the way you should do it. Just say, listen, you know what? You're a fucking dick. You're a dick. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. And that's it. You have a big fight with him, and then, when he calls you, don't not take his calls. Just pick up the phone. Yeah, hey, what's up? Listen, that sounds like fun, but you know what? I still think you're a dick. Tell you what, I'll call you when I don't think you're a douchebag anymore. How about that? Oh, you're going to yell at me now? Well, this is the greatest thing about it. being on the phone with a douche. Click, and that's it. How about that? Jesus, it only took me 10 minutes. You know what's funny? I make it funny, but I know what that's like. That like being friends with a guy like that. A guy like that is funny in your college years, but as you get older, considering you said you had a job for 13 years doing something, even if you're right out of high school, 18 years, you're in your 30s. So a guy like this, you can't hang out with a guy like that anymore. Yeah, he's a fucking loser. And being a loser is contagious. The same way being successful is. If you hang out with successful people, you get dragged up. If you hang out with fucking losers, they're a goddamn anchor around your neck. They drag you down to the bottom. Fear of STDs and downgrading. What's going on, Bill? Love the podcast and all the advice you've given, no matter how inane. So I thought I'd ask for some advice for myself. For the last year and a half, I've been tormented by my ex-girlfriend. She dumped me and did the whole I want you back thing on and off for a year and a half. Oh, my God, dude. Which is longer than we were together, in parentheses, only a year. I don't want to be with her because I now know how much of a cunt she is, but the problem is that I've been lured into this shit for that period of time. You've learned into what shit? Back into a relationship? Anyways, he says, even though during that time we were not together, I didn't sleep with or do anything with any other girl to make me look like the bigger person in the situation. She had a boyfriend during this time because, again, she's a cunt. Well, dude, you're a sap. All right? If you're just going to say she's a cunt here, like, you're turning the keys over to the whole fucking relationship to her. That the reason why this isn't working is because she's a cunt. She is a cunt, and you're allowing her cunt mist to fucking come into your atmosphere. Sorry, I ran out of shit there. Yeah. She's like airborne gonorrhea. Get away from her. All right? Get away from her. Anyways, he goes, so I haven't had sex in over a year and a half, which is slowly killing me on the inside. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't you have any friends? Have you told your guy friends that? Come on, man. You're better than this. And he says, and the prospects aren't looking too good. Not many attractive ladies at my school, and the ones who are attractive, I'd probably rather date since I'm more of a relationship guy. I've never had a one-night stand before and would not know how to handle a situation of just approaching a girl and getting her to have sex with me within a couple of hours. It's not like I don't want to have random sex, but I am wary of STDs and don't want to just bang some ugly, not too attractive broad. Since my ex was extremely attractive, I do not want to downgrade in any sense. Well, you don't. You don't have to bang some pig. Dude, you just need to go out there. This is what you need to do. You need to go out. First thing you need to do is go down to the thrift shop, get yourself a fucking smoking jacket and some slippers. All right? And just start fucking walking around in it and just feeling that vibe. You have to stop giving a fuck. All right? Get yourself a bunch of condoms. You know? That's a great thing to do. Get yourself a bunch of condoms like you're preparing for something wonderful to happen, and then just get out there in the game. Don't go out there going like, I have to convince this girl to have sex with me tonight. You know, you're going to come off desperate. Just go out there and just fucking have a good time. I'm telling you right now, it's like doing half of doing stand-up is if you're up there having the fucking time of your life, the crowd's going to go along with you. They like it. They see you having fun. It's contagious. They want to be around you. You just go out, have a good time at a fucking party, crack some jokes, say what's up, be friendly, don't freak them out. And eventually, you go, what's your deal? What's going on with you? And they do a little touch on your arm right there. You're at least rounded second. You know? That's it. Baby steps. Hit a double first before you worry about fucking hitting the cycle. That would be my advice to you, even though I haven't read the rest, so I don't even know what your fucking question is. So let's plow ahead. Although now I've also brought up airborne gonorrhea. Get a gas mask and some condoms, and I think you ought to be good. That's going to be sex here in the next couple of years.
Do you like that? Does that feel good? Yeah. Suck my dick. Hey, yeah, suck my dick. My dick. Yes, Jesus Christ. Fucking idiot. I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't. Okay, you gonna fucking leave now? You gonna fucking leave. Great. Well, fuck you. You fucking heel. Take your airborne gonorrhea with you, bitch.
That's going to be sex in a couple of years.
Is that going to be a campaign issue in the next few years? Going to be tougher on healthcare. Going to get schools back, and we're going to tackle the problem head on of airborne gonorrhea.
Let's get to his fucking question here. I'm also on a college budget and definitely do not want to spend extra money I have on taking some girl out to dinner or some shit. Well, then go fuck yourself, dude. Have fun jerking off. You know? Well, there's your opening line. Yeah, listen, I want to fuck you tonight, but, like, I don't want to waste any money. So, what do you say? I'll take it out myself, you know, don't worry, unless you want to, burn some calories. Take it out, my dick. So I am wondering if I should stop spending so much time thinking about getting laid and just focus on myself until I graduate and let whatever happens happen. Yeah, that's great. Should I just take my hand off the wheel and see where the car goes? Or should I just say fuck it and try to fuck the next girl who gives me attention? No, don't do that. All right? You're a relationship guy. You don't want to go down that fucking road, okay? But also, even though you are a relationship guy, if the next one you meet is the one and you get married, it's going to bug you that you didn't go out and bang at least fucking 20, 30 girls. So I would, quality, sir. Quality. Okay? Make a list. Check it twice so you don't fuck some whore who's got the pussy lice. Ba-da-boo, ba-beady, ba-boop. All right, tattoos. All right, I know they're all the fucking rage, but, that says something about you if you get a tattoo. I don't give a fuck. All right? You're definitely on the other side of the skank fence. All right? The way a girl dresses. You want a girl who dresses classy. All right? Not like a fucking whore. She dresses like a whore. Okay, a sports car looks like a sports car and has been driven like one. Okay? You look at a girl who's dressed like a fucking whore. She's been ridden like one. You understand? All the fucking time. All right? Look, those classic girls can be a lot of fun, too. They really can. They actually can have a conversation with them. You're a relationship guy, You just walk in. Hey, what's going on with you? I'm getting out of a relationship. I just dated, this absolute psycho. She's completely fucked with my head. I'm not even trying to be in a relationship. Just hit her with that shit, because I'm actually a relationship guy. Oh, he's sensitive. Maybe we'll get a puppy someday, and you'll fucking be in there. And then, I don't know what you do these days. You put on some Skrillex or Deadmau5, and you fucking whip. And then you fucking come in her face. Let's go here. All right, college broads. College broads. Hey, Bill, I'm a freshman in college right now, and I've never seen so many good-looking ladies in one place in my entire life. Ugh, and they're all single. None of them are married. They don't have any kids. Bang them before they get fucking crazy. What do we got here? He says, the problem is that I have trouble flirting with the ladies because I always get anxious around them. How can I start talking to them? Because I don't think I'll ever have an opportunity to meet hot girls like this again in my life. Oh, dude, you realize what a fucking in the moment smart analysis that is. You're absolutely right. You're at the club 24/7. You're living with them. All right? This is like the NFL combine of pussy. So start fucking, get out your clipboard and pick a winner. All right? Don't go Ryan Leaf. Go Drew Bledsoe. Oh, no, Rick Meyer. That's who Seattle picked. Wait a minute. How can I start hot girls? I've never been around so many hot girls like this again in my life, so I want to make the most out of these next 4 years. F-O-R. What is the best way to start meeting these college hotties while I still have the chance? Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Dude, there's only one way to learn how to talk to ladies. The ladies, you just got to start doing it. Okay? And give yourself permission to suck at it. To suck at it, to suck at it. It's just like doing comedy. It's like learning how to swim. They just throw you in the deep end, you start kicking. That's all you do. Don't kick the women. That's not what I'm saying. It was a bad fucking metaphor there, or simile. Simile, like or as. No, it was a metaphor. No, I didn't. I didn't say hitting on women is swimming. I said it's like swimming. Oh, shut the fuck up, Bill. Yeah, just start hitting on them. You know what? What is it? How do you fucking drop in? You know what it is? You're gonna figure out what works for you. You're gonna figure it out. Do you have a sense of humor? You know what I mean? That's always great. If you can make them laugh. I don't know. If you just there's no way. There's no way. You just have to fucking go do it. All right? And if you stand there on the wall going, she's so pretty, but I don't know what to say to her. You know what? Some douche who's probably not, isn't going to bring as much to the table as you are, right? It's those assholes who just walk up to him. And they just, hey, what do you say there? Perfect tits. I'm just fucking with you. Come on, don't be like that. Let me get you a drink. They put him in a headlock and they drag him up to the bar. Those guys end up fucking him. I mean, that's an oversimplification. And then people like you stand there going, if she was my girlfriend, I would treat her like the biggest princess in the world. Right? And what happens? He goes out and does what you're going to go home and jerk off to. So what do you want to do, sir? Do you want to live in a fantasy world or do you want to live in reality? Just go up and talk to him. Just do it. I don't know. Do something. Just be fucking, obnoxious. Just anything. Just try different things. Try going up there and saying something Ron Burgundy would say. Your own, I'm kind of a big deal. Anything. Anything to get him fucking laughing. Right? Something. But for the love of God, get off the fucking wall. That's a podcast for this week. Please download my special. And please don't upload it onto YouTube. Please don't do that. Just like I said, I don't give a fuck in like 6 months if you want to put some clips up there. At that point, whoever's going to buy it is going to fucking buy it. I don't give a shit. But just give me the chance to fucking make my money back. All right? Keep in mind that Billy Burr has to make his money back, or his next special will be a CD. Audio fucking only. Go fuck yourself. For all ages, go fuck yourselves. I'll talk to you next week. All right. Sisters A through C. Here we go. Tired of giving advice to guys with psycho-suicidal girlfriends or people with STDs? Well, I got something a bit lighter for you here. Kind of like the Coors Light version of your typical advice. Thank you. And it's perfect for the middle of the summer. Let me kick my feet back on this one. So I know this lady who I've been friends with for a while now and banged one time. She's the oldest of 3 sisters, so we all call her Sister A. About 2 years ago, I made out with Sister B in a club. Not my initiative. And ended up having sex with her the same night. Jesus Christ, dude. I went out with her. Dude, do they have like that thing on the back of their SUV where they have the stick figures of the entire family and you just slowly keep Xing them out? And the family doesn't understand. Is somebody trying to kill my daughters? No, just trying to fuck all of them, sir. Well, that's a relief. All right. Anyways, I went out with her for a while. Oh, this is Sister B. And it was surprisingly not awkward when we were hanging out all together, even though everyone knew the situation. Jesus Christ, what southern state are you in, sir? I'll go fuck yourself, people down south. That was funny. Some months later, Sister B left me for one of my friends and got over it quickly enough. Oh, and you got over it quickly enough. And nowadays, I'm still in contact with Sister A and B since I'm not the kind of guy that holds a grudge for that kind of stuff. Well, there you go. That's very mature, which means you really didn't give a fuck about either one of them. So why are you going to be all upset, like you own their pussy once you fuck it? I hate when guys do that. Anyways, recently, since Sister C started talking to me more frequently, after talking for a bit, she said she could pose for me since I'm a painter and she's a model. And a 10 all the fucking way, I might add. Oh, you fucking creep. You fucking creep. You fucking creep. So she was a 10 the whole time. So basically, you're in a holding pattern, banging her older sisters, waiting until this girl was of age so you could fucking paint her? Jesus Christ. I might have to stand up and applaud this one. This guy's taking it to another level. Dude, this is a fucking epic situation here. So he goes, so here's my question. Does that proposition mean anything? Dude, you need my advice? I need advice from you. How do you fuck every girl in the same family? Jesus Christ, this is like, do you know how long it's been since there's been a Triple Crown winner in horse racing? The last time someone won the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Breeders' Cup? Is that what it is? Or is that a soccer match? I don't fucking know. I don't own a fucking horse. Since the late 70s. I would guarantee that it's been since the late 70s since somebody who's banged 3. I think a lot can do 2 in one family. But to get all fucking 3. Dude, 2 is respectable. 3 is, it's beyond respectable. Dude, 3. Okay, everybody knows 3 is in the sporting world. Dude, that's a fucking dynasty. Okay? You just put yourself in there with fucking Bill Russell You put yourself in there with the fucking Magic Johnson Lakers, you know? I wouldn't say the Kobe Lakers, you know, when you go out and you get Phil Jackson and fucking Shaq. That's that new shit that the kids like. I don't like that shit. Either way, dude, you're talking fucking dynasty. Oh, wait, Magic never won 3 in a row, but he had the Celtics to fuck with. And they won 3 out of 4 years. Give me a fucking break. So here's Michael Jordan. There we go. So here's my question. Does that proposition mean anything? Is it a trap? Should I try to bang her? Should I try and bang her too and get a third strike or keep my dick in my pants and avoid a potential shitstorm? And if yes, do you have any tips, special tips on this special situation? All my friends are telling me to do so, but I thought I'd ask a more refined mind like yourselves before I did a move. Dude, you're looking at me like, dude, you're beyond me right now, okay? This is like Bull Durham. I'm fucking Kevin Costner. I'm a lifer, okay? You're going up to the show, hitting brand new balls every fucking day. You tell me, okay? I never banged 2 girls in one fucking family. You know, I was psyched if I was able to tag a couple of friends and we were all hanging out at a bar one night and you get that feeling like I fucked both of you and you both knew it and you both loved it, I hope. Please tell me you liked it. Did you like it? Was I okay? Dude, I think you got to do it. You got to do it. You know, you've been above board the whole time. Sister A, Sister B, they all fucking knew everything, right? Now, I understand this is a little delicate, okay? He's trying to snip the last wire here. This is the kid's sister. Is it going to blow up in your fucking face? It's worth it, dude. It's worth it. It's worth losing a couple of limbs and your nose on this one. You got to do it. The fuck, you know? Dude, what the fuck? She says to you, yeah, you're a painter? Oh, let me take my clothes off and you can paint my fucking twat? That's not art, dude. That's foreplay. Give me a fucking break. It'd be one thing if you're in a classroom of people. It's just you and she's standing there naked. Dude, that's like one of the... Have they ever done that that scenario in a porn? Jesus Christ, you might have found a new angle. Dude, that's phenomenal. That is fucking phenomenal. Dude, you got to do it. You got to do it. Did John Elway retire when he only got one? He came back for another. Right? You got to do it, dude. Dude, that's like when Bush, the first Bush, he stopped and he didn't get Saddam. You got to go all the way on this one, man. All right? You got to be like Marlon Brando in fucking Apocalypse Now. You just accept the fact you left the program. All right? And I don't care how mad these girls get. Dude, you are at the precipice of becoming an absolute fucking legend. Legend. Who's going to be able to top that? Dude, there are celebrities who've had orgies, they've had 5-on-1s and all that type of shit, okay? But I guarantee you they never fucked 3 fucking girls in the same family when they weren't famous. Not famous. You're doing this shit with the gift of gab, whatever the fuck you're doing. Dude, you do this, you got to write a book. You got to write a book. That's what you should do. Collection of the most amazing pussy-getting stories ever that you can somehow confirm. All right? And it has to be none of that bullshit. The second you get famous, you get money, that doesn't count. All right? That's garbage time. Okay? They put the fucking second team in there and you just fucking hitting layups. That's bullshit. I'm talking about just regular dude. You talk yourself into it. Dude, you're a fucking legend. You got to do it. All right? There's my halftime speech. I'm going to quote Joe Bartnick quoting John Madden. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life, but only if you win. All right? You got to do it. You got to fucking do it. Dating an ugly girl. Sorry about the clicking here, everybody. Dating an ugly girl. Hey, Bill, I just recently started listening to your podcast at work, and I got to say, great job, man. Thank you very much. You say some truly funny and inspiring stuff. Thank you. I wanted to ask you for your advice on a troubling matter of mine. I recently started dating a girl that I met on an internet dating site. That's unreal. I wish that shit was around when I was fucking single. When I was a young man, had a full head of hair, right? Jesus Christ, it's like going to the supermarket just picking out fruit. You know? Oh, Jesus Christ. If you're letting your ego get in the way of fucking doing that, you're out of your goddamn mind. Still going out paying a fucking cover charge? I guess there's the sport of that. You know, not having the gun cocked, walking around with the shotgun broken over your arm, right? Having your boy go flush them out of the fucking bushes. Every once in a while, though, wouldn't it be nice to fish in a stock pond? Anyways, he said we met on an internet dating site. We get along great. We got along great through emails, but when we met, I was surprised to see how ugly her face was and how slightly off she smelled. I just did such a great commercial for why you should do internet dating, and now you've convinced me that I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right, so what do you need advice at this point? She has an ugly face and smells bad. So what? Jesus. I just saw it's dating an ugly girl. Okay, well, I'm intrigued now. Well, what do you look like, sir? Are you a little off, and do you smell? Do your smells combine and actually smell like something good? Can that happen? Can two negatives make a positive in smells? I know they do in math. Needless to say, I was coming out of a dry spell. Also, she has a great body, so I put the moves on her. I never actually hesitated. You should have taken a fucking shower with her. That was the move right there. You should have taken a fucking shower with her and banged the doggy style. Jesus Christ, do I gotta hold your hand over to the fucking water fountain? Anyways, he goes, so I put the moves on her. I never actually hesitated. I just went on being myself around her and talking to her, and now we're together. The sex is amazing. I fucking knew it. I knew the sex would be amazing because there's no other reason to stay with. If somebody's ugly and they smell, they better fuck the shit out of you, or, they better find a new career because their fuck game is over. Playoffs? No. Your season's over. You're playing for a first-round draft pick. All right, the sex is amazing. She has a pretty deep voice. Jesus Christ. This is like the money pit, except instead of a house, it's a woman. All right, she has a pretty deep voice for a lady, so when we bang, it's the only time she talks and acts like a woman. Dude, if you get to the end of this and this person has had a sex change operation, I'm not going to be surprised. Jesus Christ. Do I continue? Yeah, I got nothing better to do. Fuck it. And he goes, blah, 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 and we get along great. She's like the best friend I never had. Yeah, I'm sure. She'd probably fucking lift more weights than you, too. Seriously, we make each other laugh a lot, and we're always learning and growing intellectually with each other. My dilemma is this. I'm a pretty handsome guy, and when we go out together, people always stare, give us angry or confused looks. Oh, come on, man. That might be in your head. I think that a lot of that might be you being self-conscious. Confused look, like, why is this great-looking guy with this piece of dog meat? I don't know if that's your ego or you're dating the ugliest fucking thing ever. You said she's got a nice body. So, you know what I mean? Throws on a little makeup, does some shit with her hair. Maybe combs it in her face a little. Becomes 50% less, this is just getting meaner by the second. My dilemma is this. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I haven't introduced her to any of my friends and family yet because I'm afraid of what they'll think of me and how they will judge us behind our backs. Also, I don't want ugly kids, and that's pretty important to me. Oh, my God. Why are you with this person, sir? You're saying horrible things. She has an ugly face, she smells bad, and you think she's going to make ugly children. What the fuck? You know what it is? Your dick is still making the decisions in your life, sir. That's why you're still with this person. And secondly, just because you're good-looking and you get with a good-looking person, that doesn't mean you're going to have a good-looking kid. All right? That's one of the fallacies out there. I can name a couple celebrity couples, drop-dead gorgeous, had an average-looking kid. Because you know what it is? It's not like you're beautiful and you're beautiful, so together you make beauty. No, you're combining your features. You know what I mean? There's a lot of average. I can tell you right now, more times than not, average-looking people have stunning kids. They have just as good a chance of making stunning kids. This is like that shit I was talking to you about like a few weeks ago, when I was talking about like when people give like Michael Jordan's kid shit because he's not as good as his dad at basketball. It's like, well, he's only half his dad. He's Michael Jordan cut with Michael Jordan's wife, okay? And if she has no leaping ability, okay, and can't even catch a beach ball underhanded, that's going to fuck with the son's ability to go to the rack, So anyway, sir, I'll read the rest of this book. anyways, I don't want ugly kids, and that's pretty important to me. She truly is an amazing person, and in a perfect world, I wouldn't hesitate to make her my wife. But the fact is, I'm too much of a bitch to completely accept her into my life. Well, you know what? You're man enough to admit that you're a bitch. That's a good step, which it is. But I don't really want to hurt her feelings. Her life is already pretty hard because of how she looks. Dude, what? Does she live under a bridge? What is the problem? What should I do? Am I too selfish and vain? Any advice in this matter would be appreciated. Well, the problem is, sir, you've stayed with her long enough that she's starting to get into your heart. You know, she was in your balls first, but then, you know, now she's up in your chest. So, what would you do? I mean, you have to make the choice. Look, you either accept her for who she is and you introduce her to people around you, or you get rid of her, because you're going to hurt her. You know? That's it. I don't know what the fuck else to tell you. I hope I didn't come off like a dick there, but I mean, that's the deal. You got to make the choice. All right?
All right. Size issues. Oh, Jesus. Here we go again. Maybe you need a motorcycle. All right. Size issue. ¿Qué pasa, Bilinardo? Hola, Bilinardo. ¿Qué pasa? Ocho. We all know your disability to read properly. Well, you know what? You don't even know how to write a sentence properly. Half of this shit is I get too far in front of myself, and the other half is you guys don't know how to write a fucking sentence. We all know your disability to read properly. Is that even written correctly? Or am I a moron again? We all know you have a disability when it comes to reading properly. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? So I don't fuck. So I'm going to give it my best shot to keep it very short. Look at you coming with the arrogance like you have all life figured out, right? You got something tattooed on your rib cage. As you may have read the subject title of this email, you may already know where this is heading. Yeah, you seem pretty cocky for a guy with a little dick. He says, I recently got into an argument with my girlfriend, who I've been with for a little more than 2.5 years, where she told me that she wished I had a bigger dick. Oh, man. Yeah, that relationship is over, dude. That relationship is over one of two ways. Either one, she's just trying to be so fucking mean to you that you break up with her because she doesn't want to be the bad guy, or she's just such a fucking self-involved human being that she doesn't realize like how mean that is. That'd be like you said, yeah, I like you, I wish your tits were bigger. That would just be the meanest fucking thing. Why would you say that to somebody that you cared about? That's a horrible thing to say, sir. You know what? You started off as an arrogant cunt. Now I'm feeling bad for you. Dude, that's not the mother of your kids. Just take the dick out of the equation. What if you just said your nose is too big? That's just fucking, that's just something a terrible person says. She goes, I was shocked to hear this and didn't know what to say. There's nothing to say. There's nothing you can do about it. This is the first time she ever mentioned my penis size. Also the first time in my life, by the way, I guess anybody's ever brought it up. To be honest, I don't know that I'm not well endowed with my 5.5-inch rocket. You're a little below average, sir. I'm not going to lie to you. Now I'm being mean. You know, you can grab the rim, but you can't stuff it home, if you know what I mean. And I did have insecurities about it in the past, but learned to accept it and moved on. I never heard any of my former bed partner girls complain, and the sex was usually great. I know that it may sound ridiculous, but those few words were heartbreaking to hear and put a big giant stain on my confidence. Yeah, it's a terrible thing that she said. I haven't felt like having sex ever since she made that remark, and I am afraid it's going to be a while. I haven't spoken to her since the argument, since I work a lot. We don't live together. I know it's a stupid thing to be upset about. No, it isn't, sir. You're 100% in the right. 100% in the right. And he goes, and I usually don't really care about penis sizes, but hearing that you're small from your own girlfriend is a whole other story. I'm typically not that guy that gets back at her by pointing out her physical flaws, but I don't know where to go from here. It's even been difficult texting with her. What do I do, Bill? Got any advice? Okay, you said you don't know where to go from here? I can tell you exactly where to go. Right out her front fucking door. That's it. It's a wrap, sir. It's a wrap, okay? Now listen, I'm not saying that she's wrong for wanting a bigger dick, okay? Like,
she needs more to satisfy her or whatever, or she just wants to go out and bang some fucking big dick dude at this point. All right? You know, but her tact is wrong. Okay? You would accept it yourself, which is one of the greatest things you can do that leads towards being happy every day, which leads you to treating the people around you respectfully, which leads them to treating you respectfully, which leads to more happiness. She fucked with the core of your happiness. You know? You felt good about yourself. She pointed out something and made you feel horrible about yourself. It's one of the worst fucking things she could have done as far as mentally to you. And right now, the last thing you want to do is go out and say the same thing to her. All right? If you really want to do, just paraphrase what the fuck I just said. It just I don't know. And I would just leave it at that. And the childish thing to do, this is what, if you really want to get her back, just saying, the childish thing for me to do would point out some of your physical flaws. And the great thing is you leave it ambiguous. Okay? And I guarantee you, she's going to be in a bathroom mirror staring at herself, if you want to get mean. Okay? But, you know what this, but I got to tell you something, what's even better, you got to have this, what's known as the self-esteem breakup. Okay? Which, you're totally in the right here, and you just say, listen, all right, what you said to me, I used to feel good about myself, and what you said to me messed with the core of my own happiness and how I feel about myself. And that's not what I'm looking for in a girlfriend or a potential wife. And I just can't see you ever being a good mother. If you would say something like that, just something along those lines. I don't know. I keep going mean. Don't go mean. Whatever the fuck I just said. I was just trying to paraphrase what the fuck I said. But, dude, this is, you should feel good about yourself, all right? You know, you're not a porn star, but you're also, you know, you're not like, you're not what she's making you out to be here, all right? That's it. You're still in the game, sir, okay? You're not part of the starting five. Hey, neither am I, you know? But you and I, we come off that bench, okay? We're the kind of guys. We're the guys that go in the corners, right? Yeah, man, that's you're 100% advice. My advice would be that this girl is not anywhere near the level of maturity she needs to be, and might never even get to that level. The only redeeming thing that I can say to her is she has such a difficult time doing what she wants to do in life that maybe she wanted to break up with you for a while and she didn't know how to do it and it was building up and then there was just an argument and then she just said that. Or, I don't know. Have you said anything to her? I have no idea. Oh, it's funny. He says, thanks for the weekly podcast. You have no idea what it means to me. See you in Amsterdam. Well, from what this other guy was writing, sir, there's a bunch of beautiful ladies out there in Amsterdam. Yeah, dude. The fuck? They're all riding bikes. They're in great goddamn shape. Go on, go find yourself a sweetheart. All right? All right, there you go. Here's another next one. Multiple fuck buddies gone wrong. You know what, dude? Just the fact that you had multiple fuck buddies, it's still a win. You know what I mean? It's still a win. You made the playoffs. I've been asking some of the ladies to write in, and finally, I haven't even read this yet, but this already seems like gold. This is the on the subject line of this email. It says, I think the guy I'm dating is a pussy. Hello, Bill. I am a 21-year-old student. I began listening to your podcast recently, and I heard you complaining about how women have not written in a while. And being a woman myself, decided to do so and ask you for advice. Well, God bless you. I live at home with my mom and go to college. I recently found a very nice guy there at college and was really into him. But then I started suspecting something strange. I started suspecting that maybe he was a pussy. At first, I thought it was pretty harmless. But then one night, we had a house party and everyone was pretty drunk. And a friend of mine, who I haven't seen in a while, was there. And when everyone was way, way, way past drunk, she tried to get into a fight with me and eventually pushed me down the wall, then stole my iPhone. And he was there and did nothing. Jesus Christ. I was so scared that I called my ex to come get me, and he did. Wow. You think you're dating a pussy? I mean, that right there. Gee. And he just stood there and let this other guy who used to hook up with you come in riding in on his white horse? Anyways, my ex was more of a man than the guy I was dating. Now, even though the guy I'm dating was drunk, I felt like he should have protected me or done something, anything. He did nothing. And later he even confessed to me that he was scared of my drunk friend and even scared of me. What the fuck, right? Even though he says this will never happen again, I have enough knowledge to know that people do not usually change like that. You know, that's a really wise... You're really wise for your age. At 21, if you're already not buying into the I'm going to change, that's you're wise beyond your years. You know, they say that your psychological makeup is done by the time you're 3. So if you see some little toddler standing there while somebody's taking his blocks, that kid's going to be a pussy. Anyway, so should I be upset or give him another chance? Is this a deal breaker? Is there no way to change a guy from a pussy to a real man? Should I just break things off with him? And if so, should I remain friends with him? Thanks, Bill, and I hope you read this. I love you and Nia. Oh, that's nice. All right. This is the deal. You asking a question. Is there no way to change a guy from a pussy to a real man? No, I don't think... I think that happens. I think it happens way more in movies, where somebody has a life-changing moment. And then they just decide, I'm not going to take shit anymore. But even then, that just begins the journey of not being a pussy. You don't just say, I'm not going to be a pussy, and then bam, you're not a pussy anymore. You got to work your way up. It's like if you were 100 pounds overweight and you're like, I'm done. I'm not eating fucking ice cream anymore. The next day, you don't have a six-pack. You know, takes a fucking year or something. You really got to turn it around. So, I don't know. What are you looking for in a guy? I mean, I think the fact that you're writing me and you're saying, I think the guy I'm dating is a pussy, I mean, that actually hurts me on some level. Just because I insert myself into this story and the person I'm dating would be calling me a pussy. Or it could be the ex, I guess. I don't know. This isn't about me. This is about you. Come on, Bill. Stop being selfish. All right. I think you've totally lost respect for this guy. And if you don't respect the person you're with, eventually you're going to blow somebody else, you know, if you don't break up with this guy. That's what I'm predicting. If you don't break up with this guy, you're just going to cheat on him just to facilitate getting out of the relationship because, you know, to get to that LL Cool J moment where you can just be fucking honest. But I don't think you like that. There's something about you knowing that people don't change at your age and the fact that you like, you know, this guy's a pussy. He's not sticking up for me. And the fact that he didn't stick up for you and then you took charge and say, well, I'm going to fucking call somebody who will. I mean, technically, you should have fucked your ex-boyfriend that night and he shouldn't have been mad. He should have been like, and he probably wouldn't have been because he's a pussy. Yeah, you know, I understand. I mean, you know, when you needed a big swinging dick, I mean, God knows it wasn't me. So, yeah. I think if you don't break up with this guy, you're actually fighting nature. All right? And you guys are wired to I know, you guys aren't wired to just have kids with pussies. You know what I mean? You want a strong son, right? You don't want that pussy DNA in your kid, right? Oh, that's going to kill you. Imagine that. You have a kid with this guy, and you want this kid to be like your ex-boyfriend, and it comes out and it's like this fucking little wormy worm guy. It'll be awful. Walking down the aisle to marry this guy with that sheepish, I don't deserve you. You don't want that. You want this guy to be the man standing down there in a white tuxedo like fucking Roger Moore and James Bond. I think. Look, I don't know if this just happened and you're really upset. So, you know, and in 3 days you're not going to care and you're going to go back to having a picnic with this guy. Because for all I know, your ex who came coming back, maybe you broke up with him because he cheated on you. Maybe he was too much of a guy, if you know what I mean. So then you said, well, all right, this next time I'm dating a nice guy. So now you dated a nice guy. The thing about is sometimes you date a nice guy, they can be so nice that they're pussies. All right? And look, I'm not sitting here acting like, you know, if I'm out with my girl and some fucking 200-pound, 300-pound jacked fucking 25-year-old comes up and starts doing shit, then I'm going to start swinging because I'm not. I'm not getting my fucking head kicked in just for the fuck of it. No. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like just straight across the board as a guy, you have to fucking go and get your goddamn head kicked in. But this was a fucking woman. This was a lady. I mean, Jesus. It is a weird situation in defense of him where, how do you get the fucking iPhone back? You start wrestling with her. Now you're kind of fucking throwing a girl around. So you're looking at that possible assault charge, because God knows that's how the world works right now. Your Honor, I was trying to steal a phone, and this guy assaulted me. And you're going to be sitting there going, she was stealing a phone, and they're not going to be able to get past, you're a guy and she's a girl. But, he should have just held her by the back of her pants so she couldn't leave, and just stayed out of reach of her swinging. That's what you do if you're in that situation as a guy. You just reach down, you grab them by the back of their pants, and you just start running in a circle until cops get there. So they can't swing at you. They're running backwards. I mean, I don't know what you got to fucking do something. And he didn't do anything. That's the big thing. If you told me that this was some giant guy who could kick the shit out of him, I wouldn't say that the guy's a pussy. You know what I mean? I mean, what is the point of going in and getting a concussion, getting your tooth driven up through your fucking nose? The guy's still going to leave with your phone. That's that old Richard Pryor bit. Macho man, I'll take that knife and stick it up your ass. Macho man. It's like, no, you're going to get the shit kicked out of you. But this was a woman. All right, Bill, for fuck's sakes, quit your goddamn rambling. Wrap it up. I think you know what you want to do and you should do it. You are dating a pussy. The fact that when he was sober, he said that he was scared of her and of you. He seems like he's a little verklempt. And I just can't imagine, this is going to be a stereotype, but a guy like that actually putting it on you in the bedroom. I really don't. He probably stares at you in the eye. Am I hurting you? Is everything okay? God, you're so beautiful. I mean, come on. All right, flip her over, mush her face in the pillows. She says, and P.S., don't worry. That cunt I used to call a friend who pushed me and took my phone is no longer in my life. Did you get your phone back? Well, what happened with you guys? Now, wait a minute. Can I hear the follow-up here? There's so many different ways that this could be going. Was that like a girl, like when you thought that maybe you were swinging another way, and all of a sudden you broke up with her, and probably not. It's just my own Red Shoe Diary kind of fucking thing. Let's try to have something a little more sunshiny. I encourage women to write into my podcast. I've been begging you guys for the last 6 months to a year so I can balance this out, because I don't want to keep trashing women. It's just so fucking easy. So here we go. I got this woman wrote in. Thank God a woman wrote in. Please write in. Trash guys. I know we're morons. I need balance here. This is as balanced as MSNBC or Fox News. I want to smooth it out here. Here we go. All right. Some lady wrote in. All right. Toilet. Bill, I have a question about men and their bathroom habits. My husband and I have a great relationship. We just celebrated our 5th wedding anniversary and are very happy. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. You have something most people do not have. You have a happy marriage. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Anyway, she said, the only things we ever seem to argue about are manners and housework. We come from different backgrounds and were raised differently regarding manners. He doesn't believe that manners are important, while I do. We both had to adjust to this, and it has certainly been a process. My standards for living have been lowered, and his have been raised. We're somewhere in the middle at this point. He has really made an effort over the years in terms of cleaning up after himself and not being gross. But the one area that has always been a problem is the toilet. At first, he rarely put the seat down, and it drove me crazy. He's wicked smart. He went to Harvard and always philosophizes his way out of arguments. His main argument for leaving the toilet seat up is that it isn't fair. Women and men are equals, blah, blah, blah. He also likes to use the argument that gay men probably leave the seat up all the time. I'm an interior designer and have several gay male friends, and they all say they put it down because who wants to look at the inside of a toilet? The last thing I could say about it was, please just do it as a favor to me. He said he would, and I believed him. A few weeks ago, I was taking a bath, and I left the door ajar because he worries I'll drown or something if I lock the door. Well, look at that. He's a great guy. He's concerned about you. You know, there's a lot of people that could give a shit. So anyways, she's in the bathtub with the door ajar a little bit. He says he suddenly came in and sat down on the toilet in front of me, and I was stunned and asked, are you pooping? And he said, no, he was just peeing. So now now he pees sitting down and insists that this is normal for men. This is where we are right now in the toilet seat argument. He thinks he's being considerate, but really he's just super stubborn about the toilet seat. He also has no problem of going to the bathroom in front of me, and I wish there was more of a boundary when it comes to the bathroom in general. This idea has infected my brain so much, it just seems so unmasculine to me to see a man peeing sitting down that it's now to the point that I think it's attractive when men pee standing up. So, Bill, what do you think? My husband loves your podcast and listens every morning. Yada, yada. What do I think? He's a great husband. He loves me, takes care of me, makes me laugh, and he's gorgeous, but the toilet issue weirds me out. All right, where to start? First of all, this whole toilet issue, this whole tradition that has basically been started, I don't know where it's began, but how if the man leaves the toilet seat up, he's the biggest fucking asshole on the face of the earth. I don't understand it. I don't understand why we are required to do it. I've never heard a woman give me a good argument as to why. They say dumb shit like, so I don't fall in the toilet. And it's like, that's my fault? You fell in the toilet? Who in their right mind drops their pants and sits on something without looking at what they're sitting on? Do you understand that? You're out of your mind. That's on you. Like, why does the toilet have to be totally set up for you, but I can go fuck myself? How come when you're done with it, why can't you lift the seat up? If anything, it's easier for you to put the seat down than for me to put it up. I'm working against gravity. You know? And it'd be one thing if you said, oh, here's one for you, if you want him to put the seat down. Because this is what's really going on. You've nagged him enough, and it's annoying him that he has to put the fucking seat down. All right, so now what he's doing is he's brilliant. He knows that peeing sitting down is weirding you out. Well, he's doing this passive-aggressive shit where he's like, all right, you want the seat down? Fine. I'm gonna start peeing sitting down like a woman and make it all fucking weird for you, and then I'm going to act like, no, this is more efficient. I like it. I'm enjoying this shit. He's playing the only card he has. I think it's fucking hilarious. This is my advice to you. If you want him to go back to peeing standing up and putting the seat down, basically your dream bathroom situation, why don't you give up something? Why don't you say, okay, if you do that for me, I will do this. You know? Why don't you say, like, look, if you go a month straight, and always put the seat down, after 30 days, I will give you the most insane blowjob you've ever had in your life. Okay? Why don't you do something? Okay? Instead of acting like you're fucking some sort of royalty and that everything should just be set up for you. All right? I agree with you. That's fucking weird. It's weird for me to picture him sitting down, but I think he's doing it in this passive-aggressive way, which is fucking hilarious to me. All right, there you go. That's what I would say. Blow him once a month as long as he keeps his seat down. That's my solution. All right? And God bless you and congratulations on your good relationship. All right. All right, advice. I know this girl. I've known her for a bit. We're friends. We've been for a while. Okay, now this one, you know how everybody always trashes me for the way I fucking read? I know I suck at reading, but I have to let you know, this is all in lowercase and there's absolutely no punctuation whatsoever. I don't know if this guy text messaged this or what, but this is not my fucking fault. Let me try my best to read this. All right, Bill, I know this girl. I've known her for a bit, and we're friends, no period. We've been for a while, comma. Anyway, about a month ago, I asked her out on a date, and she said yes, comma. Continuing the sentence. He doesn't have periods. He just has commas. Lowercase I. Took her out, and we had fun, no period. We talked shit, was hunky-dory, no comma. We kissed, no period. It was awesome. First date. It was an awesome first date. Hey, there's a period. No capital letter. Then I barely fucking heard from her. No period. I was running around like a fucking jackass. No period. Just trying to talk to her. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess it keeps going. Just trying to talk to her, and when we would talk, it was fine. Oh, there's a period. I was beating myself up, going crazy. No period. I was some piece of shit. Anyway, I pulled myself together and I asked her out again. She once again said yes. Awesome, right? Well, not your fucking lack of punctuation. That's not awesome. So we go out again. Went cool again. I didn't kiss her this time. I don't know. It was just off But anyway, comma, that was no punctuation in all of that, you fucking dick. Once again, I fucking didn't hear a thing, so I said, fuck it. I don't need this right now, and we just went back to being friends. Never talked about it. Just let it lay. I'm fucking seeing double at this point. Anyway, lately I've been talking to her a lot. Like I said, we're friends, but she's very clearly been flirting with me, and I honestly have been flirting back. I still like the girl. No period, no nothing. But I just don't know if it's worth it. You know? Period. No question mark. She's got a lot of drama. She's one of these girls that gets drunk at a party and cries, then asks people if she's pretty. Which she really fucking is. Like, really hot. ... But I do like her. I just don't know if I should put myself through this shit again. What do you think, Bill? I legitimately would like your advice / opinion. Okay, the first thing I would do, I would get some sort of spell check. I would get some sort of phonics or some sort of shit to teach you how to write. All right, people? I know I suck at reading out loud, but can you do me a fucking solid? I'm not reading any more fucking emails that are like this. All right, because this is literally, I'm starting to lose my fucking eyesight. So what do I think? Yeah, okay, this is what I think. I think you should definitely not get into a relationship with this girl. This girl is a fucking nightmare. All right, there's all kinds of red flags. I don't know what happened to her, and I can tell you right now, you don't want to find out what's happening to her. What happened to her? You don't want to find out in that you don't want to have feelings for this girl. All right, and when the other fucking bag of shit hits the floor and your heart is underneath it, you don't let a girl like this break your heart. All right, you can see it from a mile away. She is a fucking mess. All right, there's plenty of great girls out there. You're a young guy. Go find one. All right, find a girl. Make a list of shit. All right? One of the big things, if you want to find a really good girl, is find one who has a great relationship with her parents. Hopefully, they're still together. All right? That's another good thing. Start with that. But if they're sitting there, you think I'm pretty, they got low self-esteem issues, you're going to kill a decade of your fucking life trying to build them up. And you know what it's going to be? It's going to be fucking exhausting. All right? And then, because she doesn't think she's pretty, she might act out sexually, for some sort of, I don't know, like, geez, I just really have an hour and 6 minutes in here. Just, some sort of affirmation that she is pretty. Okay, so what do I think you should do? All right, well, if you're a well-adjusted guy, you'll just walk away from the situation and say that I'm not going to just bang her and use that as a fucking notch on my bedpost to make my ego feel good, and I'm not going to hurt this person. But if you're how most people are your age, I would just say bang her and then, I don't know. It's going to be ugly. If you want to bang this girl, I got to tell you, don't let your heart get involved. And I don't know. Not having seen her, not seeing how hot she is, and being older and more mature, I would say just walk away and go find some well-adjusted hottie. That's unless you just want to bang somebody. But then you can do that. You know what it is about this thing? You know what I don't like? There's too much fucking history. You got to be able to leave. You got to be able to fucking go out the side door. If you're just going to bang somebody. You can't have this, well, we were friends at first, and then it became romantic, then we went back to being friends, and then we fucked. It's just a fucking nightmare. Yeah, I'd find someone else to fuck. But if you don't give a shit, yeah, I'd bang her. But by no means, don't develop any sort of feelings for her. All right? There you go. There's my advice. Okay, should I say yes? Bill, I'm a 16-year-old virgin guy from Texas and really want to go balls deep in a snatch before college. Jesus Christ, dude. Rub one out before you text me next time. Or email me. Homecoming is in a week, and this girl who I talked to a lot last year doesn't have a date because her date didn't want to pay the $150. All right, you got yourself a wounded bird. Things are looking good so far. When this year started, we haven't talked, and I've never texted her. I don't know where she texted me. I didn't even have her number. Immediately, I knew it was going to be about homecoming because it was all about people we were talking about because it was all people we were talking about that week. She asked me to go with her, but in a way that made me think she was using me so that she doesn't go alone. Yeah, there is a bit of that. She's definitely desperate, You're kind of like the third string quarterback, and they both went down, so they're sticking you in there. So I know what you're saying. Is she going to let me throw the deep ball, or am I just going to have to go in there and take a fucking knee, right? Or hand it off, go in the I formation or the wishbone.
Anyways, he said, there's a pretty good chance I would get laid if I went. I told her that I would think about it. Then she offered to pay for the mum and the food. What is the mum? Does she really want to go with me? Should I say yes? In the hopes that I get to slam her cunt. You know, dude, I really can't figure you out. It's like you're acting like a virgin by not saying yes to this layup, and then you're just really talking about her in a really disrespectful way. This girl is an angel. All right? The fact that she's going to give it up to a fucking 16-year-old virgin, show a little bit of respect. But you might be also, this might be your insecurity that you are a virgin, so you're trying to talk really aggressively about something that you might have a little bit of fear about. I have no idea. Look, this is what you should do. If you're going to go with this girl, be a fucking sweetheart. All right? Make her laugh, fucking dance her around the dance floor, have a great goddamn time. And if the opportunity presents itself, have at it. All right? But that's how you go into it. I mean, she's already paying for it. What kind of a fucking man? I mean, I guess you're a pimp at this point. A pimp virgin, you don't see that very often. Whatever you're doing, it seems to be working. But I just have a little more respect for her. That's all I'm saying. All right? Go in there, have a good time. All right? What's that? What is that? What's that John Madden speech that Joe Bartnick always quotes? Today will be the greatest day of your life, but only if you win. So good luck, man. I hope you win. All right? There you go. But be respectful. God damn.
And, all right, let's plow ahead here. So anyways, I was twisting myself up in an emotional knot over this smoking hot chick that was messing with my mind. And my bro said, dude, are you a surfer, the way you're writing this? And my bro said, dude, just listen to Bill Burr's podcast. All right, so here we go. So I did, and now I'm writing you. The woman in question is a 5'10" Brazilian brunette. Let me just stop for a second and congratulate you. Jesus Christ. Congratulations, sir. Anyway, 5'10" Brazilian brunette. God bless you. Who I fucked a couple of dozen times. God bless you, 2 times. And ever since, she's come in and out of my life and fucked with my head. Fucked with your head. You fucked her 24 times. How is she fucking with your head, sir? He says she's sweet-talking me to death, but never putting out again. Her excuse was always, I have intimacy issues. Please be patient with me. Oh, Jesus. I always get text message. Okay, right there, my gut is telling me that in the beginning, during those 24 times when you fucked her, she didn't give a shit about you. But sometime between fuck number 20 and 24, she started to develop feelings for you, which freaked her out, which is why, for some reason, now she can't have sex with you. Jesus, dude, I think you got a nut job here. I always get text messages from her about how much she loves and misses me, but when we try to hook up, she cancels at the last minute, or I end up leaving with blue balls and a hug. I'm a tall, good-looking guy, but I was getting hung up on this girl, believing her words and thinking we would hook up again soon enough. She visited me at the hospital after I donated a kidney to my bro. Is this Keanu Reeves? Which I thought was cool. So after I am released and recovering at home, I decided to thank her. To send her a thank you note and some flowers for visiting, to show my appreciation and perhaps butter her up a bit. I didn't know her exact address, so I Google her name. Nothing. So then I Google her phone number, thinking her address will come up. Nope. Instead, an ad pops up with a picture of her in sexy lingerie. Turns out she's a fucking escort. Boom, 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 boom. Brr. I fell into a funk. Because here's this hot chick constantly texting me, telling me how much she loves me and misses me, telling me she has intimacy issues, and for me to be patient. And I find out she's fucking and sucking total strangers in New York City for the money. Yeah, that's intimacy issues. There's no emotional connection with those other people. Which is what in the beginning she didn't have with you, which is why she was fucking your brains out. Then all of a sudden she developed feelings for you, started to like you. Dude, you donated a kidney because your friend was in need. In my world, you're a hell of a guy. According to you, you're a good-looking guy. You're a good-looking guy who isn't vain enough, who actually gives up his own fucking kidney. All right? And is confident enough to talk shit to a 5'10" Brazilian fucking beauty. All right? There's a lot there for her to like. So she started to like you, and she freaked out. So, for some reason, she's afraid of that type of shit. And I'm not even getting involved in the whole fucking escort thing. But anyways, let's plow ahead here. He says, I haven't told her yet that I know, but she keeps texting me the same old I love you and miss you messages. I'm like, what the fuck? My ego's taking a huge hit here. I was really falling for this chick. Now I am pissed that I've wasted so much time with her. Part of me wants to just walk away and ignore her. Part of me wants to confront her about it, not attack her for her choice or profession, but to get some sort of answer of why she stung me like that. Yeah, dude, you're just a good guy. You're donating your kidney. You're not going to call her a whore. You're not going to make her feel bad about her choice of profession. I can just tell you this, dude. Like, somebody who does that for a living had a horrific childhood. She probably got molested. Something fucking really bad happened to her, and it's sad. And then she goes out and she becomes an escort, and then other dirtbags who got hurt as kids, then they take out their childhood on her in the bedroom every night. It's why it's such a fucking dirty, awful goddamn business. And but you know what? It's not your fault, sir. And it's time for you to stop being such a giver. You already gave up a goddamn kidney. You're already giving enough that you're not going to fucking trash this girl for being, in the awful situation that she's in, that she's an escort. Why don't you do something for yourself? You got to be selfish at some point in your life. If you're going to be selfish, picking who is the person you're going to spend your life with, that's the time to do it. All right? And I feel bad for her, whatever happened to her, but she needs to work that shit out. And, I think you've done enough for others in your life, sir. How about you do something for yourself and go out on a limb here? I'm going to say that a escort is not probably going to be the mother of your children. And don't fall into this shit that you're going to rescue this person, because you can't. She has to fucking do it herself, and she's not there yet. And you got one life to lead. You already gave up a kidney. You're done. You could drive a fucking SUV into a fucking goddamn pen of baby rabbits, and you're still good. Start doing donuts on their little cute heads. But, Jesus, this is why I have no women listeners. Oh, my God, that's such a bad image. Yeah, fuck that. All right? Now, knowing you're going to want to let this girl down easy for some fucking reason. And I don't know. That's up to you if you want to do it. But just don't get sucked back into a relationship, okay? Because that girl, she needs to go to therapy. And she needs to go when she's fucking ready to go. And that's all on her. You do not need to deal with that shit. All right? You said you're a good-looking guy. Go find another fucking 5'10" fucking beauty who isn't an escort, who doesn't have intimacy issues. That's it. That's all I got for you. All right, that's the podcast for this week. Came in just under an hour. I got to go put on my monkey suit and go fucking tell jokes to middle America. That is it. Jesus Christ. Did I have the levels wrong the entire time? Why is that fucking so high? Oh, Jesus. All right, go fuck yourselves. I'll talk to you next week.
I thought we didn't have enough questions this week, so occasionally I'll dip into my other fucking account here to see what we got. Come on, you old-ass fucking computer. So fucking slow here. All right. Dear Billy Costanza, recently, what is that, Jason Alexander fucking, because I'm bald and I yell. Recently, I was in Boston for work and decided to visit a good old friend of mine from back in the day. While I was visiting, I happened to run into his younger sister, who is my age. Nothing creepy. Oh, geez. In high school, I was the bad boy class clown. Gee, what were you in Greece? Fucking jerk off. I just pictured you in a leather jacket. I'll go Grease. I loved all those singing jerk offs, like the people thought that they fucking built that car. They were in the Glee Club. All right, it's the burnouts down the hall in fucking woodshop and the power mechanics. They could do something like that. Anyways, and she was I've never seen Grease. I've never seen it. Whenever I turn it on, they're always racing in the L.A. River. And I think one time I saw the ending. But never seen it. But I've seen all of Grease, too. And when I saw it, I enjoyed it. All right, plowing ahead here. In high school, I was the bad boy class clown, man. You know me, man. I was a rebel. Do you have a raccoon tail hanging from the antenna of your car there? Fucking shifty. And she was the nerdy, antisocial, flat-chested type. I always knew she had a thing for me, but I was too busy chasing all the who's over there. Well, Bill, it turns out she's become quite the young lady. Since then, master's degree, great corporate gig, a great rack, and then he writes, a great rack. And she happens to be single. She insisted she show me, you know how fucking funny is the way guys look at women? I wonder if women do that. They just don't admit it. Turns out, he's got a strong jaw, a great job, a fucking fat pat, a big wad. What would you say? A nice fucking. I'm literally sitting here and fucking acting like I'm grabbing dick and balls right now, trying to think of the fucking word. I don't know what the fuck they would say. Do you guys ever do that? Anyways, well, it turns out she became quite the young lady, blah, 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 and she happens to be single. She insisted she show me around town all the touristy shit, so we exchanged numbers. Dun-dun. Later that day, when I got back to my hotel, we started texting. Boom, 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 boom. Now no big deal. Just catch up now. Just catching up. Okay. How you been? How's the family? Blah, 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 blah. And then we start talking on the phone. All right. And pretty soon your dick's out. I thought what she had for me in high school was ancient history, but no, the conversation soon took a turn and got romantic. And he writes, oh, Jesus. So we made plans to meet for the next day for lunch. The next day, hanging out with my buddy, I casually brought up if he would have a problem with me dating his sister. He insisted he had no problem with it. Hey, you know what, dude? I thought you were a piece of shit. There you go. All right. Such a weird thing. I could never ask my friend, you mind if I date your sister? You mean what? You mind if you fuck my sister? Yeah, I do. You better marry her, you son of a bitch. So he's like, okay, great. So I take her to lunch. We do all the touristy stuff. Then I took her back to her place. While in the parking lot at her place, she is getting out of my car, and I go to give her a hug goodnight. This is when the hug turned into a kiss. She got back in my car, and we made out. Really hardcore, Bill. I was surprised at how aggressive she was, being all nerdy as she was. Why do people think nerdy women don't have needs, too? They're just a little introverted. All you got to do is give them the green light. Open the fucking door. Blah, 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 blah. Where the hell was I? I was surprised how aggressive she was. She asked, I was surprised how aggressive she was being, all nerdy as she was, but there was something oddly sexy about it. She asked to ditch her place and go back to my hotel. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus. So I say, okay, cool. On the way there, I started having second thoughts. I thought things might be moving too fast. I know, what a pussy. No, dude, it's actually a very fucking, it's a mature choice there. If you got other women that you're just banging, this is not somebody you can just discard. This is your friend's sister. You're going to run into her again. You got to go easy on this one. It's a fucking ticking time bomb. So anyways, we go back to my room. Nothing happened. I cooled it off intentionally. We had a few drinks, talked, joked around while she laid on my bed. This is when I noticed that she laughed exactly like my buddy, her brother. Oh, no. The more she laughed, the more it's bothering me. Needless to say, that was the end of the night. A makeout session and a few drinks and some laughs. So here's my question, Bill. I think this girl is perfect for me. She's smart, educated, gorgeous girl, but how can I get over that laugh? All I could do was picture her brother, and nothing kills the mood more than that for me. Am I being a dick for thinking about passing up this girl, or is there something here, Bill? Thanks, and go fuck yourself. I don't know if there's something there. You got to tell me. But as far as an outsider looking in, yeah, you can't be with that girl. You're going to end up fucking your friend. I'm joking. No, I know what you mean. I remember there was a buddy of mine I had, and his sister looked exactly like him with long hair. I mean, it was uncanny how much they looked like each other, and she was a nice person and everything, but it was my friend in drag. And so much of a relationship, keeping it going is if you can make each other laugh, and if every time she fucking laughs, you got to break up with one of the two. I don't know. You break up with you can't be friends with him anymore. You just got to be with her long enough that laugh becomes her laugh. I don't know. Do you know what it really comes down to is how freaked out you are by it? I mean, every guy's had this. You meet a girl in the bar and you're attracted to her, and then she has the same name as your mother. It's like over. It's over. Done deal. Can't do it. Why? What's the matter? Can't tell you. Can't tell you. See you later, sweetheart. See you later. You're trampling on sacred ground there, sweetheart. Get it? What's your middle name? Because I want to address you by your name when I say to get the fuck out of my face. I don't know what you do there, buddy. I mean, if you actually feel like there's something there beyond the fact that you want to just bang her, which I don't think you have a problem finding women to bang, so maybe you do think of something about her. I don't know. That would have to be your choice. Just personally speaking, I don't know if I met the girl that I thought was, the one I'm supposed to be with, and she laughed like my best friend. Oh my God, there's 7 billion people on the planet. You can't find some woman to fuck that doesn't laugh like your friend. Jesus, I'm not good at advice today. That even sounded ignorant to me. I could hear all the fucking women go, God, he's so fucking stupid.
Holiday friend. Billy O. I've been seeing this girl for about a month and a half. Handful of dinners and some sex. Very nice. You like to eat, you like to fuck. Who doesn't like doing that? This guy's over here like, what do you want from me? She's super cool, but I'm emotionally unavailable. Oh, you son of a... You had a bad father? Bad parents? What happened? Huh? You get thrown in a burlap sack and beaten with a reed like fucking Dr. Evil? What happened to you? He said, I got too much stuff going on with work to be thinking about a relationship. However, I'm enjoying this casual situation. She seems to be happy as well. Oh, Jesus, dude. You're going to break her heart, man. Women don't look at this shit the way we do. She seems happy as well because she's probably thinking it's going somewhere, is what I'm guessing. And then one day you'll be like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. And then she's going to start crying and you'll be like, what the fuck? I thought we were just fucking. And then she'll be like, that's all you thought this was? That's all I was to you this whole time? We went out, we got ice cream. It's like, just picture Seinfeld crying. That's what you're going to hear. Why would you do that? However, I'm enjoying the casual situation. She seems to be happy as well. So what do I get her for Christmas that doesn't make it look like I've made room for her toothbrush? Dude, you shouldn't get her anything for Christmas. Don't get her a fucking thing for Christmas. Don't fuck her until after Christmas. Why are you filling up her heart with hope? Don't do this. I've done this. You're going to hurt her. He goes, I was thinking about some small things, a book, and maybe a sweatshirt from this place on the beach that she likes. Oh, well, isn't that thoughtful? Dude, get her a pack of Fig Newtons. Like, share her a package of those. Let her know where you stand. He said, P.S. The last gift I bought a girl was a few years back. We've been dating for 3 years, and she cheated on me. Oh, we had been dating for 3 years, and she cheated on me. I found out over Thanksgiving, and when it came time to give Christmas presents, I handed her a frame with a poem. The first part of the poem was super sweet. She was getting emotional. Then she got to the last line, which read, after these words, your heart should feel heated, but instead, I'm going to peace because, bitch, you cheated. Holy shit. Wait a minute. Is that a true story? I don't even care if you made it up. You have to write back. I want to hear what happened. What the fuck did she say? Jesus Christ, dude, that's like, I'd expect that's really deep, man. That's really clever. That's really intelligent. That's the kind of thing a woman would do. We're usually just knees and elbows. So like, why did you suck his dick? Just start screaming at him. Next thing you know, you're in a full Nelson by some other fucking jerk-off, dragging you away, and you're in the right. That's really amazing. I would say this. Oh wait, this is my podcast person texting me right now, trying to call me right now. He's getting on a plane, so that's why this podcast is late, all right? And also I had to do this radio talk. Go fuck yourselves, all right? It's the holiday week. I'm sitting here in my slippers. What are your thoughts? My thoughts are you're really going to hurt this woman. Because I feel like you haven't had a conversation with her. You said, however, I'm enjoying this casual situation. And you said she seems to be happy as well. So that indicates to me that you guys haven't sat down and talked this out. And I can guarantee you, if this woman is anything like the women that I've dated, it's already too late. All right? She might be happy thinking like, oh, wow, he's taking it slow. He's really getting to know me. He got me a sweatshirt from this place on the beach that I like. He's paying attention to me. is noticing things about me. You know what it is, dude? You're actually a relationship guy. But this other woman ruined you, and you got to get that hate out of your heart or the defensiveness out of your heart before you should be messing around with somebody like that. Like right now, what you should be doing is just going out and just, I don't know, working on yourself while fucking everything that moves, or maybe not. You shouldn't be going, like, don't hurt this. Like, I don't know what's going on because this is still very vague, but don't hurt this woman because that last one hurt you. I've made that mistake. It's bad, dude. And I'm not judging you for being in that situation because you're a guy and you shouldn't understand them. But now that I understand them a little bit more, you know, you're headed for a fucking, if I had to guess, you're headed for a rough Christmas or shortly after Christmas. You know, when she goes, you want to meet my parents and I can wear the sweatshirt that you got me from the place on the beach that you like? You know, and she'll bring that up right after she just blew you in your Saturn. And you'd be like, yeah, you know, I was going to watch the Holiday Bowl instead with some buddies of mine. I'm going to watch the Outback Steakhouse fucking bowl. And then she'd be like, well, wait a minute. Like, why? Oh, I don't understand. And then you'd be like, and then you're going to be starting to sense like, wait, well, what do you mean you don't understand? I just invited you to meet my parents, and you don't want to meet them. I'm a little offended. I mean, these are my parents. Sounds good. Jaw starts hanging down. You can't even understand what she's saying. And you're like, and then she starts crying, and then if you're like most guys, you get mad because you're uncomfortable. Oh, you gonna fucking cry now? I can't believe that I would be crying and you would say something. Who are you? Who are you? Okay, let me out of the car. Let me out of the car. And she fucking rolls into a snowdrift. I'm telling you, dude, you don't want to go down this road. I got a bad feeling. Got a bad feeling about this one, man. Just make sure that she's enjoying this the same way you are. Dude, who wouldn't like to be with the super cool girl that you don't have to fucking be emotionally involved with who's coming over and banging you? And let me tell you something, dude. This is not 100% on you, so don't feel guilty because she also hasn't sat down and had the conversation. Maybe she has her baggage. Maybe she sat down and said that to some other guy and it scared her away. And she said, okay, now to stop, did I bring up, where is this guy? I said, suck his dick and hope that he loves you too. All right, smoking problems. Hey, Bill, what's up? Nothing much. What's up with you, dude? My husband. Yes, I'm a lady. Oh, I love when a woman writes in, finally. Maybe if I wasn't such a dick, more would write in. My husband, yes, I'm a lady, introduced me to your podcast last year, and we both think you're awesome. Well, that's great. We've been together for nearly 17 years and have 2 young children together. I'm hoping that you can do something using your unique sense of humor and perspective that I have been unable to do after years of nagging, and that is to try and convince him to quit smoking. You know something? I don't consider that nagging. You're trying to save his fucking life. All right. She says, I know you like to look after your health, and he really respects what you have to say. I want him to be healthy, not just for his own sake, but so he's around for a long time for myself and the kids. When we retire in 30 years or so, I want us to have health and money to travel the world and enjoy ourselves after a lifetime of working. Cigarettes are incredibly expensive in Australia, around $20 a pack, and are only set to get more expensive. This habit costs thousands every year. Thanks for your help, Bill. Please never stop doing what you're doing. Oh, that's nice. You're welcome. She says, Australia next. Come to Newcastle, just north of Sydney. Go fuck yourself. Well, listen, if I'm jumping on a 14-hour flight, you can't come one fucking city south for me. Listen, next year I'm doing Perth to Sydney. All right? I guarantee it, or else I'll go on YouTube and I'll apologize like Paula Dane. I'm sorry that I never came out to Australia. All right. You guys sound like you're pretty young still. And that's just the thing. You think you're going to fucking live forever. And I'll tell you what I have learned now that I'm in my 40s, unfortunately, is once you hit 40, it's no joke. All right? When you hit 40, whatever you've been doing since you started being a knucklehead in your teenage years starts to not even take root. It starts to blossom. It comes to fruition, if you will. All right? If you've kept yourself in shape and you've eaten healthy, you know, you go back to your high school reunion and people tell you how great you look. all right? If you've been eating like a fucking maniac and smoking and all that type of shit, in your 40s, unfortunately, I've learned the hard way, is when people start to die. You know? There's nothing funny about this shit. Look at James Gandolfini. You know? That fucking guy was doing what I've done, but he was just doing it too much. He's doing what we all doing, overindulging. Everybody does that. I mean, I shouldn't say this like I fucking know, but like, you know, I've lost way too many fucking friends, way too many friends in the business and outside the business. I'm telling you, when, you know, and this isn't to tell your husband to wait till he's 40. Basically, from what I've read, is your body is designed to go 150 years. That's how great your body is. And that's how fucked up the environment is and the amount of shit that you're going to encounter, that it has to start counting down to 150 just so you can make it to 70 or 80. All right? And there's already enough shit, enough wear and tear, enough crap. Forget about all the man-made radiation, fucking radio waves and all this shit and what the fuck we're putting in our food. There's already enough shit out there that can get you. And you're in the fast lane and you're going to die. You're going to die, or you're going to have fucking emphysema. This is what got me to never fucking smoke. When I was in 5th grade, this guy came to the school, and he said, if you want to know what it's like to have emphysema, he goes, make a fist. So you make a fist, and you... Ah, shit. What did I just do there, huh? I turned down the fucking volume. Sorry about that. I just stepped on my mixer. He basically said, make a fist. All right? This is hilarious. This is what you tell your husband. Just say, hey, honey, do me a favor. Make its fist like you're going to mime like you're sucking a dick. That's what you do. You know what's funny is the amount of people who are in cubicles right now looking over their shoulder because they want to see the emphysema thing. Bring it right up to your mouth. Now that I did the dick thing, every guy stopped. But they'll do it when they're home alone tonight. You know, they'll turn up the TV and bring down the curtains and they'll try it. Basically, you try to breathe into your fist. Try to draw in through your mouth, through your fist. That's, according to this guy, what it was like to have emphysema, and that's what you're headed towards. I don't know if you guys have a daughter. I mean, what if you're not around to make sure she doesn't marry some douchebag? What if the guy is a dick, but you're so frail at that fucking point because you can't do a pull-up anymore, and you got that little fucking wheelie walker thing, and you're coming in with the oxygen tank and the shit up your fucking nose? You know, I'm telling you, all of that shit. People start getting those gin blossoms on their nose right around 40. All of it fucking comes to a head at 40. But if you take care of yourself, if you keep yourself in shape in your 20s and your 30s and that type of thing, it pays off fucking tenfold. And considering you have kids, man, you owe it to them. You owe it to them, all right? Jesus, wasn't this just sort of a feel-good podcast? You'd think I'd be more of a cunt after my team lost. Bullied at work. Hi, Billy Buff Boy. I work at an office with several young females, several young ladies. Sounds good, right? Wrong. I'm the only young male here. So what's wrong? They like to gang. He said gain, G-A-I-N. Gain up on me. It's gang, G-A-N-G. Gang up on me. And constantly put me down or make fun of me. It started out all fun and games, but some of them have recently become very aggressive and are almost verbally attacking me. What? I don't understand. What is the problem here? When I brought it up to them, it just made it worse and made me more of a target. Yeah, dude. You never got bullied before? The last thing you say to a bully is, hey, what you're doing is really bothering me, just so you know. What can I do to make this situation better without getting management involved? I don't want to get them fired or anything. I just don't want to be the female punching bag anymore. Thanks. I don't understand what is going on here. What are they saying to you? If they're giving you shit, you got to give them shit back. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Defeating a fucking woman in a verbal thing, you know where you have to go, but you can't go there because then they're going to rat you out to the boss. This is what you do. Just walk in, right? Just walk in with your eyes squinting one day. You know, looking like an idiot. Just walk in and blinking a lot, just squinting. And walk right up to the one with the smallest chest.
Don't do that. I was just going to say, just do that. And she goes, what are you doing? Just go, oh, I'm trying to see your titties. That's so childish and stupid, but unbelievably effective. And I think, I'm not going to speak for women here, but what I really think it is women realize the unbelievable power that they have over guys with their looks. So if you ever indicate that there is a flaw in their looks or that they're starting to slip, it really fucks with them. It's too mean. Dude, I don't have fucking sympathy for you. What are they? They're just verbally abusing you? Give them shit back. What are they saying? Right back to me. Right back to me. What the fuck? Are you one of those kids? Did you always wear a helmet when you rode a bicycle? Did you have play dates? Are you part of that fucking generation, dude? Come on, man. Snap out of it. Yeah, I would just be like, hey, when are you cunts going to stop being such cunts? Something. You got to shoot something across the bow. You got to give them shit, dude. You got to give them shit. Just point at whatever they're wearing. Be like, oh, my God, where did you get that? And then just keep walking. That's all you have to do. That fucks up a woman's day. What do you mean by that? Do you really think that? You just give it back to him. Just give it back to him, dude. You fucking grow a dick and give it back to him, man. Come on. This is like this whole fucking thing. I'm guessing you're a younger person. Oh, you said a young male. Yeah, you've been completely beaten down to the point where you're now, we went from men beating women with fucking mop handles 100 fucking years ago to now this to the point of a complete overcorrection that you're going to sit here and allow yourself to get verbally abused because they're women. I do like the fact that you don't want to be a rat and rat them out. This is what you got to do, okay? Treat them with the same level of respect they're treating you. I would avoid name calling, and I would definitely not curse. But other than that, I would be just as fucking mean as they are. They're so easy to fuck with. The next time one of them says something to you, just offer her some gum. And just keep doing, and just being like, listen, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I don't know what you've been eating lately, but I've noticed it over the last few days. And just invent in their head that they have this fucking halitosis. That's it. And then you divide and conquer. It's a joke, dude. It's not that fucking hard. You know what I mean? Just tell them which one you think is the most attractive and why. And let the other two losers fucking deal with that. And the other one will actually feel good that you said it about her. So now she's not fucking with you. And then the other two are pissed at the other girl. And then you get some infighting. And don't bring it down to looks. Just say, she has a certain level of class that the other two of you lack. I'm not trying to be a jerk. And you just fucking leave it nice and vague like that. That's all you do. And all I'm doing is taking a page out of their book because women are masters at that vague mind fuck and then walking away. It's a work of art. I don't even think they have to work at it. They're just born with it. It's tremendous. It probably goes back in the day from when they were dragged around from cave to cave by their fucking hair. They had to say something that mind-fucked the hairy douchebag that was about ready to take advantage of him so they could walk away before he fucking dragged him into the cave. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm just fucking talking all kinds of shit here. All right. Married women. Hey, Bill. I know what I'm doing is wrong. Oh, Jesus. I'm a single guy who became friends with the married woman at work. Here we go. Devious maids. We have a ton of stupid shit in common. We even like the same flavor chips. I know, it's retarded. We became Facebook friends. How did you become Facebook friends? Well, just be honest with me. You saw her, you wanted to fuck her, and you knew she was married, and you didn't give a shit. All right? I've been there. Here we go. We have like the same flavored chips. We became Facebook friends, and little by little, her messages started getting sexual. Yeah, and I'm sure you didn't facilitate that on any. You weren't stoking those fucking flames, or whatever the expression goes. You weren't fucking blowing on the hot coals at all, right? You were just sitting there talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire, and all of a sudden she's like, speaking of fire, my pussy is raging right now for your cock to be in it. And you were like, whoa, hey, where did that come from? I was just talking old R&B music. It's at the point where she comes right out and told me she wants to fuck me. She's smoking hot with no kids, and it's so fucking hard not to do something. It goes against all my beliefs, but I can't stop thinking about it. I have a feeling she wants out of her marriage, but I don't want to be a homewrecker. I've also have to see her at work, so it's extra hard to tell her to fuck off. I listen to you every Monday, and you usually tell guys to whack it and see if the feeling goes away. Well, I already did that, and it didn't work. I'm just an average, attractive guy and want to fuck her, but like I said, I know it's wrong. Can you just come to Canada and shoot me in the fucking head? That's hilarious. Oh, and he says from Scotland. Oh, so she's loving that accent. All right, dude. Not only are you going to be fucking a married woman, it's where you work. And the odds of that coming out. And once you start fucking somebody at work, as much as you try and keep it on the down low, everybody knows. They can tell by your body language. Everybody at work already knows that you guys want to fuck each other. They already know that. So when you do fuck, everybody's going to know that. And then in 6 months, when you go to get a raise and you walk in there and it's either going to be A, you're sitting across the desk from some other guy that wanted to fuck her but didn't and is jealous of you, or B, it's a woman who's jealous of that hot bitch that you fucked and wants to be as skinny as her and is actually annoyed on some subconscious level that you didn't try to fuck her even though she wouldn't have fucked you. Either way, it's going to affect your money. Don't do it. Don't do it. Been there, done that. Trust me, don't fucking do it. It does not end well. All right? You don't want that on your resume. It's awful. It's awful. It's an unforgivable act. Don't do it. All right? You don't want to do it. Your dick wants to do it. And this is a great opportunity to be fucking, to steal from the Seinfeld show, to be master of your domain. All right? You don't have to tell her to fuck off. Just say, listen. All right? I would love to have sex with you too, but I can't do it while you're still married. So when that situation changes, come by and knock on the non-existent door of my cubicle, and I will put you right on my fucking generic plastic desk that everybody else has that was fucking bulk ordered from some Staples somewhere, and I'll fuck you in front of everybody. And I'll have my fucking O-face right over the top of the cubicle, and I'll fuck you right here at work, but until then, get out of my crib. What movie was that, Get Out of My Crib?
Hey, Bill, I need some advice about what a girl did to me. What this fucking broad did to me over here. This person says, okay, so I started talking to this girl and we hung out. You know what? We had some fun. She's beautiful. Has a great personality. FYI, what pisses me off is the way she led me on by telling me how lucky she was to have met me and all this other bullshit. So I started to fall for this broad over there. She's the first girl that I ever fell in love with. She's the first girl that I ever felt this way before. Now, is that me or him? She's the first girl that I ever felt this way before. No, that's him. And it's both our first year in college. So out of fucking nowhere, she tells me that she's got a fucking boyfriend, which got me fucking mad. The guy's dropping the F-bomb. I'm believing it here. So my question is, why did she lead me on just to drop me for some other fucker? Is this guy Mexican? For some other fucker? I'm stupid because I still like her. Set me straight, Bill, and tell me what you would do in that situation, and if that ever happened to you before. Thanks. Oh, Jesus, did it ever happen? Oh, absolutely. I've been both of those people. I've been the douche, and I've been you. All right, let's see here. Why did she do that? Because she's young. You're both young. Let her go, man. She could have done. What could have happened to you is so much worse. Okay. She could have. I don't know. You could have married her, had a couple of kids with her, and then you find out that she wants to be with somebody else. That could have happened. You got off easy. You're young. You're in the prime of your fucking life. You know, you're in your first year of college, dude. You're a number one draft pick. You got your whole life ahead of you. You know. I mean, like. The level of fucking ass that you could be banging right now, just out of the sheer potential that your life still has. And what's great about at your age, you don't really have to prove anything. All you have to do is be majoring in something that sounds like there's a bunch of cash at the end of the rainbow. You tell a fucking couple jokes, you're in there. Okay? So whatever. You know, look, here's one way to look at it. You know, let's just say that she isn't just young and immature, because that's what that sounds like. That's best case scenario. She might be an absolute psycho, at which point you totally got off easy because she's out of your life. So what I would do is what I always say. This is what you want to do. Next time you see her, you're going to look great because you're going to go to the gym. You're going to get fucking jacked. All right? You're going to get in the best shape of your fucking life, and you're going to start hitting on ass fucking 2-3 levels above her. And one of them's going to say yes. It's the law of averages.
Then someday you'll run into her and be like, would you look at that fucking broken down hunk of shit that I actually was worried about? You know, now look at me. And I'm not saying this new girl isn't going to crush you too. That was bad for me to say that. I'm going to get you to the point where you can't trust people. But, you know, so it's one of the growing pains of finding whoever the fuck you're supposed to be with, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry she did that to you. It sucks. I have had that happen to me. I was, how can I tell this story without getting anybody in trouble? It was one of my earlier relationships. This woman was a musician. She was a lot older than I was, and she was in a band. And there was another dude in the band who was married to another chick that was in the band. And, you know, she quit her day job and started spending a lot of time over this guy's house writing. I'm doing the air quotes right now. Writing. Working on music. Writing. The dude's wife was getting upset. Was saying, I don't like you spending all this time with this other woman. He said, it's innocent. We're just writing. We're over here writing. And my girl came home to me and said she was upset that this other broad would ever think that, oh, my God, how the fuck, you know, that she would ever do something like that. She's like, I would never do something like that. I love the guy, but as a friend, I'm just over there writing. Long story short, me and this woman break up. I start a comedy career, and about a year and a half later, I'm doing a show. And who comes up to me at the end of the show? The wife of the guy that my old girlfriend was writing with. And I say, hey, good to see you. She's like, yeah, I can't believe you're doing comedy. That's awesome. I'm like, yeah, it's great to see you and all that type of shit. And I was like, hey, where's so-and-so? And she goes, oh, she's with your ex-girlfriend now. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. And I realized that they probably were not writing when we were dating. And I would love to tell you that I only had one of those stories, but I had a number of those. I had like 3 women that I know of that did that, you know. And then I fucked around too in relationships. So I mean, what are you gonna do? Well, you give some, you take some. What are you gonna do? It happens. It happens. People, human beings, they fuck up. They make mistakes, you know. But you got off easy. You got off easy. Jesus Christ! I told you that fucking story, didn't I? I know I told this one before that time. Oh my God. That was right when I knew I was going to be a comic. I went to one of her shows, and they were in this band. I can't say the name of the band. All right, I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, but they made these sweatshirts for the band that they were selling after the show, and they were all white. And they said the name of the band in like this Miami Vice pastel. Okay? And it's the early 90s, so the pastel look is fucking at least, I mean, that was mid-80s. This is early 90s. So they're going to sell these after the show, and the woman I was dating said she wanted me to wear the sweatshirt during their fucking show. And everything in me was screaming, going, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But for some reason, I was at that age, I was afraid of having a confrontation. And I fucking did it anyways. I sat in the crowd at their fucking show. They had an outdoor show during the day, and I sat there with a sweatshirt on, written in pastel with the name of their band. Ugh. You know, it's unfucking believable. Why didn't I just say, that was so much of my adult life, was learning to just say, no, I don't want to do this. You know, because I had like more of a, you know, my childhood upbringing was, hey, sit down and shut the fuck up, you know? When that is like the communication that is going on as you're growing up, like you will find yourself sitting at a show wearing a sweatshirt with pastel writing on it and not knowing that you have all the power to be like, I don't want to do this, and take it off, or just not put it on. You know, but I'm glad I didn't say no, because the only way I knew how to say no then was I really would have hurt her. I couldn't just say, listen, I'm not wearing it. It's too effeminate. Okay, do you have any guy ones? You know, you got a black one in there with like it's written in something other than pink and aqua fucking blue. All right? I was kidding. No, if I really loved her, I wouldn't have had a problem. If I was really comfortable with who I was, I would have cut the sleeves off. I would have tied it off, right? Just fucking skipped right down the aisle, professing my love. But I didn't love her, so I don't give a shit that she banged that guy in the band. Good for her. Good on you. Lady from my life fucking 25 fucking years ago. Oh, Jesus. That was an oh, Jesus one right there. That was another, the zillionth oh, Jesus moment in my life. Oh, let me tell you, I had a rough one out there, you know.